Oh, that one. This one?
Yeah, this is just downright evil. A French streamer named Jean Parmenov, real name Raphael Gravin, has passed away in his sleep on stream after this marathon stream that he was a part of, where his friends, and I wouldn't call them friends, they're like actual demons, basically just abused him, beat him, fundamentally tortured him, made him
Guys, stop this different. It makes me annoying. I cannot watch any videos without you guys like always making it about me and I'm some bad act. It's just annoying.
doing dangerous things. And then he went to sleep and died in his sleep. He was 46 years old, and the exact cause of death is currently being investigated. Jean Parmenov was mainly a gamer, and then over time grew a big following and started doing like more IRL streams, and from what I can gather, more like extreme challenges. But what happened during this marathon stream, where he ultimately passed away, was something that he was not a full willing participant of, as evidenced by what he would say during streams, as well as a text message he sent to his mother just days before his death. He allegedly sent this to his mom shortly before he passed. "Hey mom, how are you? I'm sick of this game. It's gone way too far. I feel like I'm being held hostage by their awful concept. I'm exhausted. I want to leave, but the other guy won't let me. He's holding me hostage." The other streamers involved here are trying to claim they had nothing to do with it, and then even posted some very heartfelt messages about his passing and how much he meant to them. But if you watch any of the footage, and I don't know what I can and can't show you here because it is actually torturing this guy, and then he eventually dies. Like, if you just watch that, it's very clear this isn't a man they respected. This is someone they treated like a human punching bag.
Yeah, who watches this though?
I've seen a few news sources showing these clips, so I'm assuming that these are okay to show. Not that any of it is okay, it only gets worse from here. But as far as what they did to this man and the abuse that he endured, this is like the lowest level of it. Not that there's a such thing as diet torture, there's no such thing as like a tasteful amount of torture. But as far as like clips I can show you of just how awful it was, this is, I think, the limit of what I'm allowed to show. It is shocking that it went on for so long. Like, this was not just like a one-time thing. This was a recurrent gag on their streams where they bring Jean in, and then they all just turn into like the toddlers from Weapons and start like ripping at him, beating him, insulting him. Like, they really treat him like their prisoner, like a dog's chew toy or something. It is foul. And they have the audacity to claim that they did nothing and that they are blameless in this death. Like, oh, it was just such an unexpected tragedy that he passed away. No one could have seen it coming. I think any sensible person will look at all of the evidence that they themselves filmed on stream and be able to say with high level of confidence that they definitely had a hand in his untimely death. Two of the streamers directly involved in this have made statements where—
Yo, chat, actually stop. Yo, dude, you guys, we don't even know. You guys, I'm just watching the video. He's doing this like weird defended shit, like fucking this like the whole like kick slender shit. Yo, out of all the streamers, who has been actually a big advocate and vocal about harm and self-harm on both platforms? Yo, if anybody out there ever voiced anything about harm, it's me. Out of anybody. You guys call me a pussy every time. You guys trying to cancel me last time because I said, "Oh, dude, I think this Kai shit with the guy with the like hanging himself is true. I think it says a bad precedent for self-harm." Dude, shut up, pussy. It's scripted. It's content. Every single time we have seen harm or self-harm, I've said, "Dude, platform think I'm doing really bad about this topic." He's like, "Shut up, dude. Shut up." He's on, and then now you're trying to flip back on me. You're crazy. I'm the only one saying this shit. Stop it.
They're trying to put on this facade of grief, but I don't buy it at all. The first comes from Naruto, which is a wild name for a piece of shit like this to have. It's been a while since I've seen the show, but I don't recall Naruto ever being a huge advocate for torturing innocent people. Anyway, his statement says, "I've always dreaded writing these words. Sadly, last night, JP, Raphael Gravin, left us. My brother, my sidekick, my partner, 6 years, side by side, never letting go. I love you, my brother. We will miss you terribly. Please respect his memory and don't share the video of his final moments. For his family and for us, his second family. Rest in peace." A bunch of words there, and I don't believe any of them. All of these words are, once again, more meaningless than mahujanize, and that's a word that I completely made up. This is hollow when you look at how they treated this guy for so long. It wasn't just the physical abuse that Jean Parmenov, Raphael Gravin, endured. It was the mental abuse. They would all, like, from what I can tell, they were even doing their best to, like, keep him from sleeping. They were, like, strangling him as well, which, of course, is physical, too. But, like, there was significantly more than just the physical stuff they were doing to him to mistreat him and abuse him and dehumanize him. It was terrible. It was truly terrible. Like, obviously, I'm not going to show any more from the stream, but do you want to know how they went to check if he was still alive? Well, when they thought something might be a bit awry, they threw a bottle at him. They just threw a bottle at his body, and then they went over and started slapping him to try and see if he'd wake up, but he was still unresponsive. So that's when it dawned on them that he had died in his sleep, on stream, right next to all of them. There is nothing that I have seen here that leads me to believe they genuinely cared about this guy. I think it's very clear Raphael Gravin very much cared about them and wanted to be their friend, and to me it seems like they exploited that. They manipulated him into being the butt of the joke for these humiliation streams. That's what these were. They were humiliation streams that they roped Raphael Gravin into agreeing to, and it seems like they were just dangling this carrot of friendship in front of him, and like all of the attention that it was gathering, it seems like they were holding over his head like, "Oh man, we need you here, JP, we need to, mistreat you on stream, but just know we love you, this is all part of, the joke here for the audience, You know, we're all in on it. We're not laughing at you. We're laughing with you. That's what it seems like to me from everything I have seen here. And this has gone on for a really long time. It really seems like at no point did they actually respect JP or treat him like a friend. He was simply the catalyst for their humiliation streams. Because of him, they were able to get a lot more eyeballs and make a lot more money off humiliating and abusing this guy that they never actually really viewed as a friend. That's what it looks like to me. Now, all of this was broadcast on Kick, and it went on for a long time. Not only this 10-day marathon, but a lot of the other abuse that happened prior also broadcast on Kick, and at no point were they ever, like, reprimanded or shut down, according to sources. So a lot of attention is now turning towards Kick about, like, how they handle illegal shit like this. So our priority is to protect creators and ensure a safer environment on Kick. All co-streamers who participate in this live broadcast have been banned pending the ongoing investigation. So they didn't ban until after JP's death. Now, this kind of thing has happened on Twitch before. This isn't exclusive to just Kick. This has happened on YouTube streaming before as well. There was a streamer a while back on YouTube who literally murdered his girlfriend on stream. This is unfortunately something that has happened on other streaming platforms, and I understand that it can oftentimes be hard for a company to proactively get involved and stop something from happening before it happens, preventing a tragedy. You know, this isn't fucking Minority Report here with Tom Cruise able to, like, see the future or some shit. Like, they couldn't prevent it in some of those cases, but this one's a little different because a big source of their content was mistreating JP on stream, strangling him, beating him. Like, that was a big piece of their content for a while, even before, like, all of this blew up and he passed away. Like, I feel like at some point Kick could have absolutely been alerted to that and taken action. And Kick does have a history of letting criminal activity fly unpunished for a while. There is a streamer that I have talked about numerous times who has literally fucked a prostitute on stream on Kick in front of a child on stream and still was never banned for that. And that wasn't even the first time that he fucked a prostitute on stream, but that was the first time he did that while a child was literally in the room while he had sex with that prostitute. Still, never banned. Kick has been very loosey-goosey with their enforcement of their own policies, where they will let criminal activity fly for way too long. So that is something I think they really need to get under control. Kick has been growing a lot.
Why, is this true? What the fuck? No, I don't know. I don't remember this. You said it's a year ago and he's banned. True or false?
And I think if it wants to continue to grow, it needs to take shit like this far more seriously. Like, before something like this happens. I feel like day one of JP being abused during this 10-day marathon, Kick could have come in and just put the kibosh on it. I'm not saying that would have saved his life or anything like that. Of course, there's no way to know. But if Kick would just be a little more mindful of trying to prevent illegal activities from being...
Okay. Chat, I'm gonna say something I said last time. We all agreed, Kick moderation was absolutely abysmal and dog shit at the time, right? It's gone definitely better, right? I think bringing back old events as a blueprint isn't that fantastic. I'm gonna say it. Especially when a lot of time has passed, I feel like it's like not letting like better happen. I think it's not fantastic. I'm gonna say how it is. If you just keep bringing old stuff from 6 months ago, 9 months ago, 1 year ago, 2 years ago, and you just keep referring to one bad incident or a bad incident from in the past, I think it's not letting any breathing room for people to do better things. It's just what it is.
Broadcast on there, it'd be really helpful not only to the platform, but to people like JP, where if his friends weren't receiving such monetary incentive to keep humiliating and abusing him, like if they had been banned by Kick, well, maybe they would have stopped. But when they get to do an entire 10-day marathon of a bulk of the content revolving around, like, fundamentally torturing this guy, well, then it seems like they got the green light to keep doing it, and they made a lot of money doing it too. And I already know the defense that a lot of people will use here about Kick has grown a lot, so there's a lot of buns in the oven, they can't keep track of every stream every single time. And I recognize that to a certain extent, but this was a big stream for them. Like, this is something that I think would have been on their radar in some capacity, and given Kick's history of just letting, like, really degenerate and illegal shit fly for a while, I think there's a chance they knew about this, but just were letting it ride because it was a big stream, and they don't want to be viewed as the platform that's like Weenie Hut Jr., where like ban people willy-nilly. Which again, I get, but when it comes to like torture and illegal shit, there is nothing wrong with stepping in and banning those accounts. In fact, I would argue it's very beneficial for your platform to do that, so that way the perception of Kick as a whole isn't like a lawless wasteland where criminals go to broadcast illegal.
He's not banned? Which guy? Yo, we'd have to go do a full debunk segment. We'd have to do a full debunk segment on this. Like we'd have to go back at like and look at the VOD, what happened, what was done. Like, we'd have to do a debunker.
Legal shit. And it seems like the user base would like Kick to do more in cases like this. Aiden Ross made a statement where he mentioned that him and Drake are going to be covering the funeral costs for Raphael Gravin, which I think is a very nice gesture. And from what I can tell, it seems like Aiden agrees that Kick needs to do more in cases like this to stop the illegal content from being broadcast on that platform. It seems like it's something the users agree needs to have more action taken on, like stopping illegal broadcasts of crime on Kick. Now, to go back to the actual individuals involved in the abuse of Parmenov, one of the lawyers for them has come forward and said that the victim had cardiovascular problems and that the violence in the videos was acted. All of those scenes are just staged. They follow a script, he said. Actually going back to the classic, it's all just acting. A pretty interesting defense tactic here. I wonder if the text message Raphael Gravin sent to his mother agrees that it was all a script and that it was just acting. That must have been part of it. It was one hell of a script here. This is up there with some of Nolan's best scripts. This is crazy. To claim that the violence was staged and just acted. No, the fuck it was not. You can watch it yourself and see that is not the case. Like, they're trying to pull that meme of Patrick Stewart going to sleep.
Why? Okay. Well, I mean, dude, we'd have to watch the VOD, though, to make a conclusion about this.
Like, they're trying to pull that meme of Patrick Stewart going to sleep. and then saying, wasn't sleeping, just acting, and use it to try and excuse the hand that their clients may have had in the death of a 46-year-old innocent man on stream. It's, again, you can watch the clips yourself. It's pretty infuriating. It's hard to watch, but you can. And it's very clear this was not some script, and that this was not just...
Okay, I'm confused. About the other incidents, dude, he's giving me context. He said, if you watch it, it's this. And you guys want me to just go along with it? Dude, guys. You would have to actually look at it.
And then saying, it was not you can best scripts. This is crazy. To claim that acting, the violence was staged and just acted. No, the fuck it was not. You can watch it yourself and see that is not the case. Like, they're trying to pull that meme of Patrick Stewart going to sleep and then saying, wasn't sleeping, just acting, and use it to try and excuse the hand that their clients may have had in the death of a 46-year-old innocent man on stream. It's, again, you can watch the clips yourself. It's pretty infuriating. It's hard to watch, but you can. And it's very clear this was not some script, and that this was not just acting. This is real terror and real abuse that this man suffered at the hands of people he thought were his friends. Now, I do know that there are a couple of clips where Raphael Gravin was playing along with it to a certain degree, where he would kind of lean into, like, the humiliation/abuse for the sake of, like, the stream. There are a couple moments of that, but it's very rare. The majority of it is them, like, just lashing out and, like, attacking him.
Okay, like I said, you don't think others watch it and don't agree? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when topics are that touchy and that serious, I genuinely like to have my own opinion about it. You wanna know why? Because time and time again we get videos like last time about the girl and the doc saying, oh dude, they try to drown a person or whatever. And I was like, okay, let's look at it. And I gotta be honest with you, when I looked at it myself, I was like, dude, I gotta be honest with you, it's a bad clip and it's a bad skit. But I gotta be honest with you, it's not the way they made it seem to be. And I think that's important to have a distinction. It's not about what it is or what it's not. It's just the fact it's just, I'd like to have it accurate, regardless what it is. If somebody says, oh, this guy killed 3,000 people, okay, that makes sense. If it's like 2,900, I would like to know. I know it's not some crazy shit, but I think being accurate about things is important. And I think a lot of times, a lot of people report things inaccurately, and that's a problem. It's a problem.
Or making him do things against his will, and it's not scripted. Very clearly not scripted or fully agreed upon.
I'd like to know.
I think that is a very weak defense. I guess we'll see if the French courts agree, but I really think you can say with high confidence that this stream and these streamers did play a role in what...
I'm going to pause and tell you guys. Guys, you guys might not remember this because you selected memory. We did this with Diddy. When it was with the prosecution, I said, yo, I gotta be honest. I said this last time. I said, dude, the guy's weird and all that, right? All this shit is fucking some crazy shit, whatever, right? Whatever the prosecution had after watching some of the trial reviews or whatever, I was like, dude, I don't think they're gonna get him for that. And he said, dude, defend it. You guys went with the public narrative of this is on social media. It's gotta be true. And what ended up happening? Explain to me. What ended up happening? He didn't get gotten for that and some of the other shit. And prosecution failed. Yeah, that's happened. And I think that was pretty obvious. But oh no, dude, you need to copy the take everybody has on social media. I don't like doing that. I like to actually sit down and see it and have a take that's accurate to reality.
Happened to Raphael Gravin. They may not have directly killed him or anything like that, but I do think everything they put him through for such an extended period of time had a real role to play in what happened. It's sickening. This stream was hard to watch the clips from. It was brutal. Anyway, I had to talk about it a little bit. It's just so fucking crazy. That's really about it. So yeah.
We might actually have to watch VODs.
A 10-day marathon with Jean Parmenov, where they strangled him.
It's not about money. It's not about he has motion. The Diddy thing. Listen. I was looking at the trial, okay, and everything about it, and I gotta say, with the messages and the texts, right, of the girl that appeared as a witness, okay, it didn't look good from the get-go. Some of the wording, it seemed pretty hollow, and I called it for what it was. I mean, I don't know what you want from me. Like, I'm tired of this shit where you have to jump the gun on everything. It's like, it's stupid.
Beat him, humiliated him, some truly evil shit, and he unfortunately passed away while sleeping.
Guys, it's not about defending Diddy or whatever. You guys are missing the point. I think it's important. some of the things that they showed was like, oh, dude, like they do drugs all the time. Drugs are a common theme in that relationship, whatever, over like 5 years, something like that. And then all of a sudden, like, she's like, oh no, Diddy brought drugs and made us do drugs. It's like, dude, I understand the story and the narrative you're trying to put, but also the evidence points to the fact that, hey, man, dude, drugs were a part of the conversation all the time. You can't just back away from that and then say, oh my God, we were. I think it's okay to look at things that have an accurate take to the reality and just not go with fucking public narrative and social media. I think it makes you a drone. It makes you a drone. Yeah. You're a drone.
On that stream, you can see all of this. It's very, very hard to watch. I looked into this super deeply. Jean Parmenov was an individual who went through a lot of struggle, and he was a vulnerable person. And from what I can tell, this group with Naruto and Safane, these are big French streamers, they exploited his desire to be accepted by pretending to be his friend. And what they wanted for Jean as their friend was to let them beat the fuck out of him and treat him like garbage, dehumanize him, abuse him physically and mentally, and put him through torture on stream for their content because it was very popular content. It was all broadcast on Kick, and I speculated yesterday that Kick probably knew about it. Turns out they 100% knew about it, and Kick France would even make tweets about Jean Parmenov and the torture he was enduring. They were fully aware of what was happening. They even used him to push their merch. So Kick France, it's not like they can just try and make a claim, this flew under our radar. If only we had known, we would have swooped in like fucking Batman and saved Gotham City from this degeneracy. They knew. They even were an active participant in encouraging it, clearly. So they can't just play like the blissful ignorance card on it. Now, from what I read, that Kick Twitter account that was posting about it was run by a French agency, so maybe like Kick's staff didn't particularly know, but I find that kind of hard to believe that you just let this agency have free reign and that never ever reports back to Kick itself. So I'm very confident they were aware of what was happening, but since these streams were so popular, they were big. Like, I knew they were very successful, but I didn't know how to do it. These were huge streams. And since they were so huge, I think they were hesitant to shut it down.
I'm trying to watch this shit. I'm trying to understand it, man. Like, I know what the nature of the broadcast is. Is this are they brawling out and hurting each other all the time? Is it targeted only to him? I don't know. I'm trying to watch it. I'm trying to understand it.
Of just letting illegal activity go unpunished for a really long time, I think it's pretty safe to say that they saw the amount of eyeballs this was bringing, and they just let it ride. They didn't care that Jean Parmenov was literally being...
It wasn't an edit with like, dude, I have to be honest with you. This is like one prayer equals one Kit Kat. There's music edited into the video with prayers, hands, into montage. Dude, I'm confused. Is there a more analytical way we could do this? Dude, what am I watching? This is like some bro. This is on Black Mirror shit. Just let me finish the video first.
Being fucking abused on their platform because it was getting some big time peepers on the platform. And I think that needs to change ASAP for Kick. This is a platform that's growing a lot, and I've said this a lot. I think it's a good thing if Kick continues to be successful. Competition in the streaming space is crucial, but the way that they handle their own rules is laughable. It's just as bad as the way Twitch handles their rules. Kick is not shutting down illegal activity on their platform, and they need to. Again, I'm not saying had they shut down this marathon of abuse stream, it would have saved Jean Parmenov's life. There's no way of knowing that. But at the very least, you would have set the tone that abusing and fundamentally torturing a human being on your platform is not welcome, which I think is a good stance to take. And it seems like it's something that a lot of the streamers on Kick would also like Kick to step up and do. Again, I mentioned this yesterday as another example. There is a streamer who is still actively streaming on Kick. As of me making this right now, is literally live, who has fucked multiple prostitutes on stream, and includes one time where he fucked a prostitute on stream with a child in the room while he did it on stream. And that guy is still not banned. Kick needs to start actually taking crimes seriously, which I can't believe is something that even needs to be said. But anyway, I'm not gonna rant about that any longer. The big update to today's story is a French investigation has concluded that Jean Parmenov's death was not the result of any foul play. According to a public prosecutor, there was a post-mortem conducted and he was found to have not been killed by trauma or a third party. The probable causes of death appear to be medical and/or toxicological. This is from Damien Martinelli, saying that further tests had been ordered, but ultimately to have not been killed by trauma or prosecutor. There was a post-mortem conducted and he was found to have not been killed by trauma or a third party. The probable causes of death appear to be medical and/or toxicological. This is from Damien Martinelli, saying that further tests had been ordered, but ultimately they're concluding that this was not the result of all of the abuse and mistreatment that he endured for so long from these streamers that were beating him and strangling him and torturing him. 2 forensic doctors found no internal or external traumatic injuries or burns, only a few bruises and healed lesions. Medical experts considered that Mr. Graven's death was not traumatic in origin and was not related to the intervention of a third party. Graven may have suffered from heart problems and was undergoing medical treatment for his thyroid gland, the prosecutor added. There's a lot to unpack with this.
Okay, so I'm trying. It was a 10-day marathon, or whatever. So basically, like not sleeping and all that, mixed with the heart issues, probably main culprit in this, and all did this shit, probably worsened it. Could have made it worse, especially with like waking him up and shit like that. But
now, while his actual cause of death might not be directly related to all of the beatings and shit that he took from these fucking demons, I think it's inarguable that all of the stress and all of the torture that he endured probably was pretty bad for his already present medical conditions. I would make an argument, now of course I'm not a medical expert, that subjecting a human being with medical problems, as well as a couple of other things going on in the medical history, to the amount of beatings, strangulation, stress, consumption of dangerous chemicals, the sleep deprivation, and doing your absolute best to ensure perpetual misery of that individual probably exacerbates a lot of...
So the other guys knew then? The other guys knew? And they were doing that?
...problems that could lead to their death. I would say that is something that most sensible people would agree with. I think if someone has underlying medical conditions, fundamentally torturing them is probably just going to make it worse. Even if the torture doesn't directly kill them, I would be shocked if anyone thinks that this means that those streamers' hands are clean. Like, oh, case closed. He didn't die from any of the trauma he experienced. Yeah, he had some bruises and all that, and yes, he was abused for so long, mistreated, and fundamentally tortured by these individuals, but his actual death... well, it looks like that was just of natural causes and had nothing to do with any of this innumerable amount of torture that we've bore witness to. Surely that was all just circumstantial, had nothing to do with any of that. They're blameless. These are just some saints here. These are angels, actually. These were just good friends of Raphael Graven who are clearly going to be mourning his loss just as much as everyone else. They did nothing wrong. It was just medical problems that they in no way was impacted by...
In that case, you would have to separate... at least create some distance between both issues. I mean, that's what the medical examiner / investigation said, or whatever, right? You should go hard on the dumb fucks who are doing this fucking stupid shit, right? And treat the other thing as its own, right? I think that'd be fair.
By the abuse that he was subjected to for such an extended period of time from these individuals. I think all of the evidence that you can freely watch of all of the numerous, like, unfathomable mountain of clips of them just beating the shit out of him and literally, like abusing him constantly, fundamentally torturing this man, would indicate that they definitely played a role in making his overall health worse. And we have the text messages from Raphael Graven to his mother that indicate how much stress he was under and how he felt like he was being held hostage by them, that he couldn't leave, and that he desperately wanted out. It was so bad with their abuse of this man that they actually had him on stream confirm that if he dies, it's not their fault. I had to translate this, but in a clip that's out there, they are saying, well, what happens if Jean Parmenov dies? They said, well, we're going to have to get him to say that it's not our fault if he
Yeah, but can you play the clip?
dies. It's a result of his lifelong bad health, his bad decisions, his terrible...
That would confirm that they knew about his pre-existing medical conditions, right? Prior to whatever the fuck was going on, right? Or as it was going on. So these guys knew that they were dealing with somebody who was sort of, well, quote unquote, would be at risk and still proceeded with doing whatever they're doing. So these guys are at least deliberately irresponsible and just awful people, pretty much.
Way of living that led to his death if he dies. And he initially said no. He didn't want to say that. But they made him say that. They forced him to say that if he dies, it is not because of all of the abuse that they subject him to.
Je te regarderai ce soir. Je pense que là, ça va trop loin, il a dit. J'ai l'impression d'être séquestré avec leur concept de merde. C'est de pire en pire, je te plains mon fils, si je les appelle, ça va barder. Wow. Oui, c'est...
Oh, I can translate for you. Are you ready? Ready?
Comment tu vas coincer pour un moment avec son jeu de mort? Maman, comment tu vas coincer
Hi mom, how you doing?
pour un moment avec son jeu de mort?
Something with the game of death, as he says.
Je te regarderai ce soir. Je pense que
Oh, he's reading the message replies. It's kind of hard to see like what he, like the tone of it.
je pense que là ça va trop loin, il a dit.
He says, I think now it's going too far.
J'ai l'impression être séquestré avec leur concept de merde.
I'm under the impression, I feel like I'm stuck with this dumbass concept, or being confined.
C'est de pire en pire, je te plains mon fils, si je les appelle ça va barder.
Wait, so what?
Je te plains mon fils, si je les appelle ça va barder.
He says, I think he says like, I feel bad for you. If I have to call them, it's gonna get crazy or something.
Oui, c'est bon, on me met marre, je ne veux me barrer. Autre, il veut
Fake
pas.
translation Omega
No,
Love.
no, it's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate. Yeah, I know my slangs.
Il me séquestre. Il veut pas, il me séquestre.
He's saying that he replied that they're holding him hostage. Séquestre is we don't where I'm from we don't really use that much, but yeah.
Elle me connaît quand je suis énervé.
Honteux ce qu'ils font, elle a dit.
It's embarrassing what they're doing. His mom said.
Ils ont pas de respect.
They have no respect.
Tu as maigri, tu es fatigué.
You lost weight and you look tired.
Il a grossi, ouais.
And you are tired.
Mon regarde-moi. T'as jamais eu une meilleure mine que ça, fils de pute. Oui, je sais. On peut plus, j'ai envie de me barrer. Ça me
He wants to get the fuck out.
gonfle, il me casse les couilles.
They're annoying me. They're breaking my balls.
Je ne comprends pas que tu m'as pas dit
I don't understand why you didn't tell
avec
me.
les dons que tu as acheté le véhicule de papa.
Oh, whoa, what?
Tu as acheté le véhicule avec les dons que tu as acheté le véhicule de papa.
Ok.
Papa dit que avec les dons que tu as acheté
You told me that with the donations
Le véhicule.
that you got, you bought your dad a
le
car.
véhicule de papa. Si je te l'ai dit, mais bon. Non,
Yeah, I told you, but anyway,
ce n'est pas grave.
it's not
Je
bad.
connais mes valeurs. Oui, de toute façon, je vais me barrer de ce
I
concept.
know my values.
Barrer de ce concept. Alors pourquoi tu jamais rien? De toute façon, pour pas toucher argent, mais bon,
Anyway, not touch money, but whatever. This seems
ok. Je serai toujours là pour toi. Tu as vu pour qui ils me font passer. Donc, c'est
I'll be there always for you.
toi tu dis que tu touches pas de l'argent.
So this guy is saying that he's not touching the money. I don't know what.
Je le souhaite pas du tout, c'est pas un truc que.
Attention.
T'as vu,
Ouais,
j'ai
je
pas
suis
envie
d'accord.
du tout. Mais imagine un jour dans le délire, on est en train de rigoler et tout, et.
Il clame.
En plein live.
Tu sais que je me suis déjà posé la question.
En plein live.
Ouais.
Okay, yeah, these guys are fucking weird. This guy's saying like, imagine if one day we're doing something or whatever, and then this guy dies.
On est mort.
Alors que non, à moins qu'ils disent face caméra là maintenant,
Unless he says to the camera right now
que si demain il meurt en plein live,
that if tomorrow he dies right there on live,
c'est dû à son état de santé de merde, et pas nous.
Non, non.
it's because of his like stupid shitty health.
Comme ça, non, mais du tout. Comme ça, non, non, en plein live,
Mhm.
c'est dû à son état de santé de merde, et pas nous.
Non, non.
Comme ça, non, mais du tout. Comme ça, non, non.
Tu fais rien du tout.
Comme ça,
He says, I'm not gonna say anything.
non, non. Regarde la caméra, dis. Imagine demain, je te dis n'importe quoi. On est en plein live.
Let's say tomorrow
Tu
we're live.
t'énerves, tu te mets à crier.
Ouais.
Start screaming,
Et bim, tu fais un arrêt cardiaque.
and then you get a cardiac arrest.
Cardiaque.
C'est pas grave.
He says, that's not too bad, or he says, it's whatever.
Du moment que que en live, on voit que tu m'as porté secours ou qui m'a porté
Non, mais non.
As long as we can see live
Qui m'a
that
porté secours ou qui m'a porté
Non, mais non, mais
secours.
c'est pas ça marche
you guys are helping me.
pas comme
Non,
ça.
mais imagine, ça arrive au moment. Vas-y.
Les
Là,
gens,
là,
les-
ce que tu veux, là,
I understand. Okay, I understand. I feel like the tweets are making this a little bit kind of. I feel like they're misunderstanding what he's saying. He's saying, I'm not gonna sell that because it's weird, right? But what he's saying is that, oh yeah, if I were to die like that, as long as you guys at least are helping or trying to help, it's whatever. That's what he's saying.
Les gens ils vont s'en prendre à nous alors que c'est dû à tes 46 ans de vie minable.
Tu peux pas savoir que j'aurais fait une crise cardiaque.
Mais imagine ça.
And he's saying, oh yeah, because you're 46 years old, blah blah, like bad health, whatever. And he says,
j'aurais fait une crise cardiaque.
Mais imagine ça arrive.
people will know that, you guys wouldn't know that I'm having a fucking heart attack or whatever.
Pendant un moment où Zarma on le fait chier. Pendant une thyroïde. Zarma, pendant une thyroïde. Et je le tiens, il meurt
Parce
dans
que
mes
c'est
mains.
aléatoire.
Il meurt dans mes mains, mais.
Because it's random.
Tu sais, ça peut arriver à n'importe quel moment. Imagine, ça finit une thyroïde et
It could happen at any given time, and this is yes.
Ça peut arriver à n'importe qui aussi.
Ouais, mais lui, sa vie, elle
He says it could happen to anybody at any given
est
time.
morte après, frère.
What? You didn't say my name. You didn't say my name.
Pour ça, je te dis, dis face caméra que ça fera des vues. Ouais, mais c'est pas intéressant, on s'en fout de ça.
Non, mais je suis.
Dis face caméra que si demain tu meurs.
And he's asking him again. He's saying you should say to the camera that if tomorrow you die
Sur scène.
on camera on
c'est
scene.
dû. Bah oui, comme Dalida a dit. Mourir sur scène devant le projecteur.
Autism.
Joël me suce la bille.
Jackie fait des grosses bûches.
Ouais, pas mal. Mais
Autism.
genre, c'est ça que je voulais te dire. Au moins, tu vois, on aura ce clip où on peut se dire.
C'est qu'il a raison, le mec, ça peut être un homicide involontaire.
Ouais, alors que pas du tout, alors que c'est ton état de santé qui est minable. Tu vois ce que je veux dire? Bon, regarde.
And he's trying to convince him pretty much that if it happens it would be because of your like bottom of the barrel health.
Allez, moi, les gars, si je meurs en live pendant une action qui se
For the third time, he's trying to like say what he should say to the camera so that these guys don't get blamed for whatever happens.
passe ou parce que peu importe, bah c'est mon entière responsabilité.
Moi, les gars, si je meurs en live, c'est mon entière responsabilité.
So basically, at this point, they're kind of like not pressuring him, but they're doing it also the way they want him to do it. So they go to the camera and then he says it like, if I die live, it's not because of other people. And then this guy says it also in ways for him to do the same thing.
Moi aussi, je meurs en live, c'est ma.
And then now he does it, doing it now as well.
Curatelle. C'est pas curatelle. Non, je me répète.
D'accord.
Moi, si je meurs en live, c'est ma totale responsabilité.
C'est ça.
Même ça, tu arrives pas.
Now this guy says again that if he dies, it's his responsibility. But I gotta be honest with you, this is not how the law works. It's not how life works. You can't preface that. Oh, dude. If I die, it's all my fault. Okay, at that point, if other people do something to you, then well, he said if he died, it wouldn't be his fault. So let's fucking gamble. This is.
Non mais c'est
So dumb.
on l'a dit. Toi.
Moi, si je meurs en live, c'est ma.
Non, toi si tu meurs, je te jure, on s'en bat les couilles.
And now this guy's doing it too.
Non, on s'en fout, t'es même pas obligé de terminer.
Toi, je crois que tu meurs en 2 temps en plus.
Ouais. Les nains, ils
Ma
meurent
frère,
pas
je meurs pas.
Bon, ouais, les gars, je suis vieux, hein, on sait jamais.
Non, mais dis-le bien face cam.
Ah, mais je suis me dis rien, hein.
Je te
Je
fais
suis pas
mais
en
frère,
crever, hein.
frère,
Ouais, mais
Ok?
personne.
je crois que j'ai envie de te tuer ou quoi?
Non, ok, on sait jamais. Bon, s'il m'arrive quelque chose en live, que ça vient pas de.
Clipper.
Ouais, mais que ça vient pas d'eux.
Comme ça vient pas d'eux.
Quoi?
Imagine on te fait.
From my perspective, this is like the most zero IQ scenario, right? If you have to say, and you make it a big deal to say that, oh, if I die, blah, blah, dude, whatever you're doing is shit. Just don't be doing all that. Like clearly it's not worth the risk. Clearly it's not worth it. These are just fucking stupid. Like this is just like some zero IQ shit, right? Like zero like a radar for like normal decent human decency.
Je sais pas, je te dis n'importe quoi. On est en plein live.
Ouais.
Bim, glotte, et tu fais un arrêt cardiaque. Là, c'est pas la glotte qui fait que tu vas faire l'arrêt cardiaque, mais imagine que tu le fais
Ouais,
pendant la
c'est-
glotte. Tu vois ce que je veux dire?
C'est la vie, c'est comme ça.
Ouais, bah, voilà.
So you're saying if we do something to you, whatever, and then you have a cardiac arrest, whatever. Well, it'd be the cardiac arrest and not what we're doing, and this guy agrees.
Ah, bah vas-y,
C'est
bah,
la
dis-le.
vie.
Dis-le.
Bon, s'il m'arrive quelque chose en live, c'est mon entière responsabilité, mais pas maintenant.
And then this guy repeats whatever these guys said as like the pledge to like, oh guys, if anything happens to me, it's my fault. Okay, chat. My unbiased review about this. These are all awful. These guys are all awful, and Dude, I feel like I'm gonna get canceled for this. I guess it is unbiased. I'm watching the video as everybody else. This guy seems to be on the agreeing side from the get-go. Like, you can say that they're pressuring him. Yes, I can feel like the group pledge definitely makes him say something. But he seems to be in agreement just with body language and with what he's saying and attitude, tone. Everything is like agrees from the get-go. I don't think he's changing from one stance to another. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. He's only give you a debunker review. It's not a debunker review. We have to watch more VODs and more things. But that's where I'm at right now. No, them saying that they agree with it, all this is irrelevant in a sense that like this doesn't play a role as in like it doesn't help anybody. It's brain dead. You can't say that. It doesn't do anything.
Discussion de JP et ChatGPT. ChatGPT, pourquoi je trouve pas l'amour?
T'es sérieux?
Ça fait 46 ans que j'ai pas trouvé d'amour. ChatGPT. Comment faire pour qu'une femme t'aime? C'est limite triste et pas comment. Voilà, c'est pas une blague. Okay.
They're making fun of him for being 46 and not finding the love of his life or like not being able to find love. I mean, it seems like I don't see how that plays a role into anything. But I'll finish the video.
Does that sound like the actions of an innocent party here? They knew that he was vulnerable. They knew that what they were doing could very well, like, end up with him dead, it seems. And then to try and cover their ass, they had him agree that if he dies, it's because of his own health problems. Which he initially declined to do. But they kept insisting that he clears them. Like, it's fucking absurd to try and make the claim.
At this point, I think the basis of the content, the format, based on his health, the format of the stream is the absolute most biggest accelerator to his health conditions by a long shot. Long stream hours, bad nutrition and water, right? Being woken up, whatever, long marathon, and a heart or a cardiovascular disease. Absolute probably the worst combo that you can think of for you can't be surprised of something happens.
That all of these streams, the months worth of abuse, more than months, a long time of abuse they subjected John Parmenov to had no role to play in his passing. It's craziness to try and make it seem like just because they didn't like fucking kill him on the spot on stream, that they had nothing to do with his death. Now, something I've seen popping up from some real fucking brain-dead morons here, huffing stupid...
Subjecting themselves to be part of a broadcast with somebody they know is at risk, whatever, and then doing all that with them is absolutely fucking terrible. It's just evil. It's absolutely branded. It's like if I asked some guy to do a fucking 72-hour live marathon with no sleep with some guy that has like a heart murmur or some shit like that and a fucking pacemaker or some shit, it's... If I sent fucking if Mr. Beast had a heart problem and I send him to the fucking bouncy house with his fucking shock collar on, like, oh dude, let's see what happens. Like, dude, it's fucking brain dead. You're an idiot.
Is that, well, he agreed to all of it, so it's his fault. Can't be mad at the streamers. If that isn't the biggest load of fucking barnacles I've ever heard. First of all, we know from the text messages he didn't want to do it. He wanted to leave, but felt he couldn't leave, that he was being held hostage there. They weren't letting him leave, was the impression he was giving to a text message sent to his mother. Also, from what I was reading, they would actually force him to do this, sometimes monetarily. Like, they would financially pressure him to participate in their abuse and mistreatment. And from the very get-go, it feels like they manipulated a mentally vulnerable man who was looking for friends into being their guinea pig to just beat on stream for content to make money off of it. They treated this guy like a human piñata where they would hit him until money fell out from like the deranged...
This is obvious. This is a form of financial manipulation, right? Where the guy isn't held hostage, but if that's like his main only income and they're subjecting him to that, it's like exploitation to the point where like, oh dude, if you don't subject to this up to this, you cannot have any income and you're cooked, whatever. This is financial abuse, is 101.
Viewers that were watching and donating and all of that. There is nothing here that indicates that he was a willing participant for everything. Yes, he agreed to a certain level of like extreme challenges, but clearly not all of it. Again, we have the text messages that he sent to his mother. It's clear he didn't want to do all of it. And it's clear on stream the amount of times he would say no to things, but they would still force him to eventually just succumb to it and agree. Also, from what I was reading, I'm not super familiar with the law in the region, but from what I read, you can't even legally consent to being tortured or anything like that in the first place. So even if he like fully agreed to everything, it doesn't seem like you can legally even do that. Like you can't legally consent to fucking torture
People are gonna
on yourself. It's
Oh god, I'm trying to have a bad thing about this. Okay, even though this is true, I gotta be honest with you. Applied to the broad spectrum. Then you're talking about chat, Fear Factor, Survivor Island, all the things that are like self-torturous. This is a common theme. The problem with this is that it's a common theme with somebody who is at risk and knowingly so, and doing that, which is the main accelerator. But the baseline is that unfortunately, self-harm as a method of fucking content is a prominent strategy across the board.
It's just, this whole thing is indefensible in my eyes. Also, Naruto's a bitch. This loser brings shame to the entire Hidden Leaf village. He has ruined the Uzumaki name with this. He has filed a cyberbullying complaint amid the backlash to all of this. He has the gall to file a cyberbullying complaint about his feelings being hurt with people insulting him for all of the abuse that he subjected Jean Parmenov to. So he filed the complaint to the Paris prosecutor's office cyber hate division, targeting those who have harassed Naruto since JP's death. As he goes through a period of mourning, Naruto is the subject of a...
Dude, is his name actually Naruto? Dude, don't stop calling him Naruto, man. It's called like Naruto the streamer. It just looks odd. Dude, stop fucking tarnishing Naruto's name. It's awful.
Cyberbullying campaign. These behaviors, in addition to being immoral, constitute criminal offenses. A complaint will be filed in the coming days with the Paris Prosecutor's Office Cyber Hate Division so that the perpetrators can be identified and prosecuted. You fucking vile worms. Imagine torturing a man for so long, so much mistreatment and abuse broadcast on stream so you could make money off of this man's misery. And now when that man passes away, you are now trying to play the victim yourself, like, oh, you guys are hurting our feelings. How can you guys be mean to us? We've done nothing wrong. That was our best friend. Did you not read our heartfelt post where we called him, well, where Naruto called him his sidekick? Did you also not read the part in Naruto's apology that was so heartfelt where he said, please stop sharing the final moments? Oh man, what, did you miss all of that? Because the final moments make them look so bad because in the final moments he throws a fucking water bottle at JP's lifeless body on the floor and then goes and slaps it to see if he'll be responsive only to find out he's dead? Because for the entirety of that marathon stream they're just abusing this poor guy? What? Oh my god, did you miss all of that? It's so clear how much they loved their best friend and you guys are being mean to them? That's crazy. Oh my god, what does the world come to? We need to identify and prosecute everyone who's left a nasty comment about Naruto and Safune. It's so fucking cringe. It's crazy. It is just craziness. This story has been so fucking gross, and I can only pray that they actually do face punishment here, because now I'm starting to worry that they won't. It looks like they might get away with it. I also learned that they'd actually been taken in by French authorities earlier this year about everything they were putting Jean Parmenov through on stream, but they were released the same day. And then it ultimately leads to what happened here, where they continue to do it because it looks like they're completely in the right legally over there in France, I guess, to continue mistreating this guy. So they continue to do it on stream, and it leads to a fucking tragedy with the passing of Jean Parmenov at 46 years old. This shit is so evil. Now again, all of this is happening in France, so a lot of the information that I get access to is through translations, so it is a little hard to keep up with everything.
Okay,
like, fully.
I gotta be honest with you. I think this bring back to the main topic of harm/self-harm on all platforms. It's awful. I think it's a line people are trying to navigate in a way to not get banned or whatever. Oh, this is scripted. This is not scripted. What is the solution to this in general? What is like this happens? Let's not act like this doesn't happen ever. This happens all the time. What about the fucking YouTube guy who went live for like fucking like whatever amount of days with no sleep or whatever, right? What if something happened to this guy? Nobody reported him. The guy, I don't think the guy got banned until way later on. It's a lot. What if you say, oh guys, it's scripted. We know what we're doing. Who do you believe or what do you do? In my opinion, it's always been this. None should be ever accepted. Self-harm should never be on stream and should be accepted. As a skit, not a skit. No, these streams are too scuffed to give responsibility to the streamers. Just ban it all. And you guys will say, oh yeah, no, he's right. When every time we watch shit like this, I feel you guys, they should ban all of them. You guys always say, I'm a pussy. You say this all the fucking time. We could go watch. Go back and watch the fucking Kai shit. And Eric called me a fucking bitch ass pussy the day that happened. It's weird. I've always been against it. Every time. It's weird. I'm telling you. Don't give me this. Oh, dude, don't be so bit. No. I'm gonna give you a tangible example that I remember of it. If it wasn't Kai, it was somebody else.
Ain't no way. Have you seen this thread? It's a bunch of clips of what he went through. Doesn't show the bottle clip, so you're good. Link.
I don't care about this.
Pour Maneuve, a streamer in France, and since
chat, get back to chat, guys. These reviews, whatever. You would have to do it more in depth. It's a serious topic. I think just glazing over it with like some bunch of like reviews, like whatever, like news thing. It had to be a thorough review. Here are the 1,700 excerpts where the streamer was experiencing harassment. 1.7 thousand? Before we move on, just look at this link. I can't look at this link. It says like spam, like. It's a Google Drive. It's not a way to not do the Google Drive. I don't want to get fucking hacked or doxxed in the middle of my shit, guys. I don't want to get fucking clapped.
I'm just here photoshopping, man. Just learned the crop tool. Got the wake up on my second monitor. Looking at tutorials and shit. I'm like artistic as fuck, dude.
Open it incognito. That video is what you're asking for? What video? What video?
both me and Preach.
This one?
The people, no, say it, cause if I'm yelling at you and you crow, people are.
Huh? Guys, I'm not
gonna go against us, but it's because of your shit. Health, it's not us.
So look at the camera and give us an out. What you guys are watching right now is
coercion.
Premeditated.
Coercion.
These are people that know he has a health issue. They don't care. They're going to use him for entertainment. And when he dies, they want him to give them an out.
Yo.
Mais imagine ça.
T'es sorti 17 jours d'affilée. T'as même pas de stress. Tes lèvres, elles ont même pas effleuré les lèvres d'une autre meuf. T'as dépensé mais des milliers d'euros. Frérot, tous les soirs, tu prenais des danseuses.
Non, pas tous les soirs.
Pas tous les soirs. Quand à ma période à moi, quand il était pas là, moi, tous les soirs. Tous les soirs, t'en prenais une et carrément, il a pris 300 balles. Bonjour les fils de pute.
I'm playing the clip even though you guys can't understand, just so you can feel the energy. But essentially, they're lambasting him for like going out and not having success with women. That's something that he's always wanted, never had. And they're making fun of him, even though you have money. You know, you go out, you're a fucking loser. The way they're breaking him down mentally, making him feel lesser than.
Yeah, they say you never had your lips on another girl, and then they're saying you're spending $300 on strippers, 3 girls at the strip club, or whatever they're saying.
Making her feel like a total piece. Guy's already a bit slow, socially stunted. Now you get all this social adulation. They control a lot of this stuff. That's how it plays into the whole control aspect, okay? And at one point, he tries fighting back. Like, he doesn't always just take it.
ta mère, va te faire enculer. J'en ai marre de me faire traiter chaque fois. J'en ai marre.
This is him saying, I've had enough. You guys call me all these things, you treat me like garbage. So you can see, like, there's some real panic inside of him.
These relationship like that, it's like, this is what you see on live and everything and stuff, and then you wonder, why is he still there? Because of everything that happens after the live.
Absolutely.
Sorry, but you know that these people, they like you. The same way he's talking to him, is bullshit that he's doing on live, and the people are paying, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that later.
Yep.
Because people are paying.
Yep.
He's doing all that, but to keep him there, that's like a beaten wife. The keeping love is always like, no, but they like you. You don't. The money's good and this that. The coercion is not just what they did there with. Hey, let us say it goes on. It's not just in one instant. It's for him to stay there. You best believe there was coercion. There's always talk in his head. There's always that.
Yeah.
Là, c'est lui qui sabote. On lui a rien dit, il lui a rien fait. Il sabote, je sais pas, il fait le malin, il est pris, il est parti. Je veux que tu récupères les clés de l'appartement, de la voiture, qui paye le loyer qui manque, et il peut partir.
So here, they're playing a clip where he said he didn't want to do one of the challenges. And so they're saying, we're going to lock him out. We're going to take his car. We're going to lock him out of his own place. Just to show you, if he doesn't participate, the kind of consequences he faces. This next clip, this was taken 4 days before, and I'm going to translate because word for word it's important.
Go ahead.
Maman, comment tu vas? Coincé pour un moment.
We saw this already. Yeah, like I said, financial coercion. Yeah, exactly.
Them. The generals are not going to punish them. If the law's not going to punish them, who will? They can't be sued. They live in foreign countries with laws that protect them from a lot of this shit. So, if governments are not...
Well, that's not entirely true either, but I think this guy's just kind of yapping a little bit.
...involved, I don't know what you guys are expecting is going to happen.
This is the people that we know about. Because we don't go on these platforms to just search for degeneracy. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm not going to defend the video because this is the interpretation and the way they're approaching it is kind of like... It's not totally analytical. It's a little bit
Holy shit, dude! 47 months. Can I get welcome to the jungle?
Well, I think that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like I want to watch more of the analytical stuff, like the actual clips. But anyway, they streamed for 2 years the same content on Twitch, and he wasn't banned on Twitch until yesterday.
Other takes done. Can I unmute the stream yet?
Yeah, like I said, I don't know why people are making this a platform issue.
Here we go again, another bad...
I gotta be honest with you guys. I don't know why people are making this a platform issue. I don't understand it. It's not even a kick defense. It's more of a confusion at like where the energy is going. It's like weaponizing for what? I gotta be honest with you. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, this has been and still is a problem. Is there a way you could watch this without downloading? Am I gonna get a virus to download this shit or what? MP4s cannot have malware. Yeah, but do I think that's incorrect, actually. All the file sizes are the same, don't risk it. Hold on. No, that must be because they probably put everything in one go and they did like and split in bits of this size and it split the whole video all across the board. I think that's probably what happened. Guys, actually just tell me. Yo. Is this water or am I gonna get clapped? You can preview after downloading. Oh god. Download code exceeded this file. You can't download this time. Oh, too many people. Yeah, that's fucking dog shit.
De quoi vous parlez?
Naruto, je ne rigole pas. Enlève-moi ça.
Mais on les a mis à la vente.
Enlève-moi ça. Je te...
Mais on va faire un billet de fou. On va devenir...
This guy's brain dead. Yo, his mom is like mad at this guy. Tell him to stop whatever they're doing, whatever. And he says, oh, we're gonna make some money.
Millionnaire.
Raphaël.
Ouais.
Raphaël.
Quoi?
Enlève ça tout de suite.
Tiens, mais il a déjà enlevé.
Moi j'ai déjà enlevé une, hein.
Non, mais il y a rien là.
Le t-shirt qu'il a là.
Eh ben, c'est le local. Il y en a... Mais il y en a qu'un.
Celui qu'il a dans ses mains.
He said to remove the shirt because whatever, I don't.
C'est bon. C'est bon, il est là-bas.
Qui se retourne. C'est lui qui se retourne.
Non, il n'y a rien sur le mien, il est tout blanc.
There's nothing on my shirt. I don't know what was on the shirt though.
Regarde, Raphaël. Je prends l'adresse de Kik et je porte plainte.
Mais Joël, c'est...
I think she says that I'm gonna go to Kick and make a complaint.
Je prends l'adresse de Kik et je porte plainte.
C'est une stratégie marketing.
She says it's a marketing strategy. Guys, what was on the shirt?
C'est pas une stratégie, enlève ça.
Wow. Ok, c'est bon,
Enlève ça, Naruto, enlève ça.
Ok, ça y est, ok, ouais, j'avais pas prévu.
Raphaël, tu rigoles pas.
C'est bon, il rigole pas.
Je rigole pas.
C'est bon, on enlève, c'est bon.
On enlève.
Oh, his dad's face.
Je te préviens, Naruto. Les messages encore comme ils sont là, ça va barder. Je te jure, ça va barder. Toi, tu rigoles. Hein? Et tu te dis musulman?
Je savais pas que j'avais pas le droit de rigoler dans ma religion.
Non.
Yeah, she's saying.
Je te préviens, Naruto. Les messages encore comme ils sont là.
I'm warning you. The messages as they are there right now.
Ça va barder. Je te jure, ça va barder.
She says it's gonna get crazy. Like she's gonna wild out.
Toi, tu rigoles.
You're laughing.
Hein? Et tu te dis musulman?
And you call yourself a Muslim?
Tu dis musulman?
You say Muslim? She says.
Je savais pas que j'avais pas le droit de rigoler dans ma
He says, I didn't know I couldn't laugh about my own religion.
Non, te moquer du Raphaël quand il pleure, mais tu es inhumain. Inhumain, tu es. Il pleure, mais tu es Non, te moquer du Raphaël quand il pleure, mais tu es
You don't recall when you cry,
inhumain.
but you're inhuman.
Tu es inhumain.
Mais il pleure parce qu'il est tombé sur...
He's crying because he fell.
Chained Together.
Ferme ta
Mais il est tombé sur Chained Together, bien sûr que c'est drôle.
Ouais.
He fell on something, so he's saying it's like of course it's funny because he fell on that, and she said shut the fuck up a bunch of times.
Hein? Fouiller son téléphone et tout faire comme tu fais, tu te prends pour qui?
Ben vous devez vous mettre à genoux et vous...
Yeah, his mom's staying on business though. Holy shit, like actual chat.
Depuis des jours, on n'a pas eu de nouvelles.
Plutôt crever que de me mettre à genoux devant toi. Plutôt crever. Va.
Mais vous allez vous mettre à chialer comme votre fils.
Ferme ta je ne chialerai pas.
Qui m'appelle. Allô?
Oui, Naruto, je suis gentil.
Nah, she's cooking his shit. This guy's branded. Dude, this is like these guys are like really min-maxing like what they can get out of this. It's just awful, people. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, mega file, dude. I think you just sent me, dude. Yo. Oh. Can I preview it or is it gonna be a download thing? Is this gonna dox my shit? It shows the what? Yeah, but I don't want to see the thing though.
Il aime quand c'est dur et fort.
Chat, I gotta ask. People that know more about this, chat. Is this something that they torture each other sometimes, or is it only towards this guy? Like, is this guy like the only one like getting hurt by this shit, or they do shit to each other? him mostly.
Allez, toute ta force. Allez.
Allez.
Toute ta force, la fille. Ah. Wesh. Attendez là. Boum, t'attrape. Boum. Rentre. Aïe. J'avais dit que j'allais placer des booms, t'attrape. Rentre là. Faut pas sortir de la pièce. On avait dit, on avait pourtant prévenu. Il a dit. Moi je voulais comme condition
Ok.
que tu me mettes mon dos, que tu l'enlèves modérateur. Donc ça c'est bon ça, tu peux l'enlever modérateur et me mettre modérateur. Oh non, Nico. Non, les lunettes. Non, attends, prends le balai, prends le balai.
Pour combien de temps?
Ah, il est en furie. De quoi, que tu me mettes modérateur? Tout le temps à vie?
Ouais, combien de temps?
Je suis un modérateur à vie.
Carrément à vie.
Ouais, à vie. Je veux que tu joues aussi avec sa fille.
You know, I generally thought like as an outsider, not knowing about this, I thought that the context was that like they would do like challenges that harm them in a way, whatever. But it seems like a lot of the shit you can't even say is like scripted, whatever. This is like just needless shit. This would be outside of the scope of a challenge. Just hurting like that is just like actually zero IQ shit. These are just bullies.
Ok, mais j'ai une condition alors. Tu bannes jamais JP de mon live alors.
Oui, j'ai mis, il faut enlever. Mais tu peux pas mettre de conditions. Bon, vas-y, je te laisse quand même la dire au cas où.
Comment ça, je peux pas mettre de conditions?
Je t'écoute.
Je te mets.
Bon, rends les 300 €, vas-y, c'est bon. et sérieusement, Foxy, est-ce que 300 € c'est le plus gros don que t'as reçu? JP,
ça t'arrivera pas.
Sur terre.
Ça arrive comme ça, c'est.
Franchement,
non, j'ai. Ça marche.
Je stream pas pour l'argent.
Mais
elles sont tombées dans la boîte.
Bon live.
Merci, bon live à toi. Quoi? Attends, mais t'as pris quoi là?
What?
Mais c'est un malade. Non mais c'est ma mère, il a une bosse de fou. Tu vois? Regarde. Ah non, c'est moi, je vais jeter là. Non, c'est moi. Non, c'est Kim celui-là. Regarde Kim. Mais regarde là. La fille de ma... Ramenez Kim. Notif. Vas-y, enlève-moi ces notifs. Enlève-moi ces notifs, je te tare. Tu la vois celle-là?
Quoi? Je veux pas les mots là.
Je fais pas ça.
Force à vous les gars.
15 €. Merci.
Que vous méritez.
Oh mais la tête de ma mère, t'es un malade ou quoi? Tu crois la tête ou quoi, frère? T'es un fou, mais t'es un malade, frère.
Les gars, arrêtez.
Tu me souffles dans la tête là?
Nah, this is I mean, these people are fucking awful. Basically, I think you can clearly understand now that the dynamic in this entire thing is like, oh yeah, we'll like abuse each other for content or whatever, but it's mostly them doing it to him. And if the guy does anything back at him, it's whoa, what are you doing? No, we're the guys we're the guys who hurt you. You don't hurt us. That's the vibe that they're doing.
Comme ça, tu me souffles. Mais vas-y, lâche-moi.
Je suis ton petit.
Ouais, tu t'es mon petit.
Ben,
T'es là,
ta
tu me
mère.
souffles. T'as vu comment tu m'as soufflé dans la gueule? Tu t'es pris pour qui?
Ben, qui était mort.
Ah pute.
Schlag.
Ah ouais.
Les gars, wesh, tout à l'heure, hier on a ouvert nos cœurs et là, s'il vous plaît, les gars, wesh.
Vas-y,
les gars,
arrête
bon,
de
les
mettre
gars,
des claques, arrête de mettre des claques comme ça, arrête.
Vous êtes mes frères.
Ouais, mais tu me tapes derrière la nuque.
Vous êtes mes frères.
Dude.
Vous êtes mes frères. Non mais je tape les deux, c'est...
Tu me tapes derrière la nuque.
C'est une onde de choc. C'est... Et vous êtes mes
Ah,
frères.
ouais,
Je tape les deux, je tape les deux.
Tiens, viens le démonte. Tu veux qu'on le démonte?
Bro, who watches this shit though?
Bon.
C'est long.
Attends.
Une belle...
Ouvrir, on va voir.
Attends, les clubs perçus. SKX.
Probably just making fun of me.
Mange pas.
Gomu!
52 months with the best streamer of all time.
Gomu!
Can I get a okay? XQCL hello chat.
Non, pas le live, pas le live. Non. Pas le live, arrêtez comme tu comprends pas.
Chat, the format of this date, what is this? 10:03. Is this in a French date format or is it English date format? Is this a march?
Là, j'ai tout attaqué d'eau.
Ok.
Combien y a-t-il de voyelles
Wait, so that'd be 2 years. 2 years.
Follow.
dans le mot poisson?
Ah, ça, toi. T'es fort à ça.
Poisson. Ouais.
C'est incroyable chez ce mec.
Dans poisson? Malheureux.
Oh! Oh bah oh. Là, tu l'as pissé vite. Je peux pas.
Attends, viens.
Ah, ça
Non, non, on va attendre.
J'arrive pas à me mettre.
Je le fais par les.
Non, ah.
On va attendre un peu.
Donnez-lui un doliprane déjà.
Yo, relax.
Rigole pas, ça fait.
Il a confondu avec le silence. How many seconds of skip is it per increment? Yeah, we didn't even see it.
C'est vite.
T'as pissé dans un bol.
Il est revenu.
Voilà. T'as pissé dans un bol? Attends, viens, non, laissez-le. Attends, 2, 1. Vas-y.
Ah, il est meilleur dans tout.
Il est meilleur. Mais ouais, je vois plus rien. Mais je vois plus rien, wesh. 40 ans de fumette pour rien. Même à ça, t'es nul. Wow. Même à ça, t'es nul. De dragonnement. Ah, c'est dingue.
Ouais, mais je suis pas nul à baiser ta mère.
Damn!
Même lui, même à la baisse, il est plus fort.
He said you're bad at everything, you're even bad at doing this like vape shit, whatever. And he says I'm not bad at fucking your mother.
Aujourd'hui, combien de meufs t'as chopé? 2 meufs.
Attends, qu'est-ce qu'il a? Fais-nous la liste de tout ce qu'il a fait aujourd'hui.
Ok. Ça sert à rien de t'entraîner.
C'est bon, t'es nul, t'as perdu.
Écoutez.
My big back block.
Il y a aucun mot juste.
Big.
They talk about like succeeding with women and whatever, but this guy's chopped as fuck. This guy's as chopped as it gets, buddy.
Ah putain, j'ai du mal. You lie my big back block. Black. You lie
Coq.
You lie my big
Black coq.
You lie my big black block.
Coq.
Je
Like.
Ah, you like
Attends.
block.
Je vais l'ouvrir quand même.
Je dis pas.
Comme ça sent bon.
Non mais toi. Non, la tête devant que non.
avec toi. La tête devant que non.
Je me méfie avec toi.
And then he's gonna squirt it on him when it goes to him to selling it, no?
Ça fait des bulles. Tiens.
Je vois plus rien. SDF aveugle. Dites-moi qu'on il a cassé le truc quoi. Dites-moi qu'il a... Il a pris plein la gueule. Plein la gueule il en a pris. Ça a fait un jet de malade.
Non mais comme ça. Attends. Il y a un dans 2 secondes.
Yeah, his mom is mad.
Ouais, JP, ouais. Écoute, j'ai une petite question pour toi.
Vous m'entendez?
Tu peux me répondre, vraiment. Je voulais savoir, qu'est-ce que ça fait d'être nul dans tout, en fait?
Quoi?
So they're asking as if you like to be bad at everything.
Ouais, bah t'as rien à foutre.
Ah ouais.
Ouais que vie de ma mère, Koudou mérite ta place.
Guys, I want to stop watching, but I think it's important to have like a unbiased review because I can't go on the internet and look at all these fucking news sources of it and claim a bunch of shit without actually looking at it. It's just bad.
Utile, un cadavre dans son siège, le dernier qui met un coco à JP sa mère, c'est une grosse pute.
J'ai pas mis, moi j'ai mis. C'est lui qui t'a mis un fort. Poste ta garde. Mais pourquoi tu nous regardes tous les deux?
Poste ta garde.
Mais pourquoi tu nous regardes tous les deux? Pourquoi tu nous regardes?
Baisse ta garde, ouais.
Je t'ai pas touché moi.
Il a pas touché, lui, il a pas fait exprès.
Comment ça, il a pas fait exprès?
Il a fumé, lui.
T'es un malade.
Comment ça, il a pas fait exprès?
Tu te fais taper là, tu dois avoir mal pareil que moi, mais de l'autre côté.
Comment ça, là?
Toutes les 6 heures. C'est cache les. Pas bien. À plus frérot.
À plus.
Oh là là. La porte.
Oh, vous êtes gentil. Non, sérieux, voilà. Je suis gentil.
Le chevalier. Parfumez-moi cette
Vous
merde,
m'avez
s'il vous
déjà
plaît.
manqué.
J'ai ramené du parfum.
Parfait. Merci, merci beaucoup. Oh putain. Personne s'est signé ici. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
Parfumez-moi cette merde.
Voilà.
Votre parfum.
He says,
Avec laquelle.
perfume this shit, he says.
Votre semence.
Y'a rien. Du parfum, oui.
Ah oui.
Parfumez-le.
Je le parfume.
Oh. Tu es parfumé, asseyez-vous, asseyez-vous. Asseyez-vous. Garde. Asseyez-le.
Arrête de me casser les couilles.
It's always him.
Garde. Asseyez-le. Mais quel puant.
Arrêtez de me toucher. Arrêtez. J'ai signé la convention.
C'est il est libre.
J'ai signé, vous avez pu me faire un truc.
Asseyez-vous, c'est pas terminé. Il faut savoir lire entre les lignes.
Il n'y a pas rien à dire.
Asseyez-vous.
For a cringe skit next.
Asseyez. Ce n'est pas.
Okay, you're saying it's scripted. You're saying it's scripted, and I understand the format is scripted, but I don't think you understand the extension of the actions aren't scripted. And I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that because I'm not gonna do like every other YouTuber and trying to. Oh guys, but this is the read. My read on this is that yeah, it's half scripted as the format, and the actions that they're doing to him are like they're not scripted. Like you're completely misreading this. Like what?
Garde, Denis. Les gars. Les gars. Retirez-lui. Retirez-lui sa clope.
None of it is okay.
Retirez-lui sa clope. Retirez-lui sa clope. Retirez-lui sa clope. Retirez-lui sa clope. Voilà. Il a tiré sa clope sur le roi. Asseyez-vous maintenant. Asseyez-vous.
Tu sens la fange.
Asseyez-vous.
Ferme ta gueule.
Tu sens la fange.
Ferme ta gueule.
Assis-toi.
Écoutez. Asseyez-vous. Et silence. C'est bien. Et broyez-la. Jeune coton
Ah voilà.
C'est bien, jeune coton. Dites-lui de se taire, jeune dans les marres. Il pas que ça vous appartient. Là. Tout accès. Non, ne le laissez pas sortir. Il n'aura pas accès à son téléphone. C'est terminé.
Venez derrière moi. Derrière moi, mon roi.
Occupez-vous. Là, c'est.
Donne-moi le dos.
Arrête de casser.
Nous avons le nain testicule. Par contre, ça aussi.
Yeah, but who watches this though?
Retirez. Oh.
J'ai dit de toucher ma
Attention,
cigarette.
il est vraiment dangereux.
On va en fermer ta gueule.
Enlevez-lui sa cigarette.
Allez-y.
Enlevez-lui sa cigarette.
Arrêtez de me casser les couilles.
Enlevez-lui sa cigarette. Ah. Il a été éventré. Il a été éventré. Il sort pas. Il sort.
Dude, can I be honest with you? I think my final read about this is nobody. Let's keep it a buck. Nobody actually cares, or not a lot of people care, about harm / self-harm when it comes down to content until it goes bad. Like people, and you say, "Oh, dude, question mark or question mark?" Okay, show me any train or threads or people declaring that this is happening and this is bad. This has been happening for 2 years, which means that. Wait, I'm confused. That means that possibly something that is not even only on Tik either. This is across the board. They probably had this on other platforms too. This probably went to Twitter, went to YouTube. This is every platform. This was everywhere, possibly. Nobody said anything. Nobody did anything. But when it goes bad, dude, we knew this. No, this is like some hindsight. Everybody knows about this shit. It was on TikTok as well, apparently.
Appelle les flics.
Like,
appelle les flics. Voilà. C'est bon, c'est bon.
And this is not the first time I've ever said this. Problem is, nobody cares about self-harm until some shit happens. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about it. Everybody just act like they care after the fact on some hindsight herald shit. Nobody, and that's a problem. It's always bad. Harm shit is awful. They should. I've said this before. I'll say it again. It's under my understanding that if people want to do skits that involve some form of show of harm that's scripted, they should check into the platform ahead of time, 100%. And you should assume that that's what they get. People should check into the platform, say, oh, and again, I hate to bring, I know people are gonna say, oh, dude, I just can't find another good example in the recent times, like the Kai thing, where the guys did the thing where the guy like hung himself or whatever, was awful. And it's not even Kai's fault either. it seemed like the guys did that deliberately by themselves, right? But nobody really said anything about, oh, dude, but people were up and down, like, it's awful. It's not a bad example. It's awful. It's awful. It's not Kai's fault. You're missing the point entirely. I'm talking about the public response of it. Like.
La clope a été saisie. Attention, il devient agressif.
C'est bon? Arrêtez de nous casser les couilles.
Asseyez-le, asseyez-le. Asseyez-le.
Guys, you can see how harmless, but still involving harm, almost like prank behavior, isn't always shunned upon. Just look at when I did the Lego thing with Aiden. The Lego thing. Technically, it's harming somebody else for content. In the scope, it's all scripted for an event or whatever. So it kind of makes sense. So we get the gist of it. Whenever you are on that gray line, it's difficult for platforms to really make a call. It's why I think it should be in the black area, as in no for this across the board. It's not a stretch, not a reach. That's just how it is. It's impossible to enforce and understand what is harm and what is scripted. That's why I think harm should be in the no area always. And when normally people say, I'm a pussy about this, but now that something bad happened, now it's a good take. Dude, you have to stand on business. Good takes, chat, have to be upheld even when people say it's a bad take. You have to stand on business when things actually, because otherwise it's irrelevant. Otherwise, if you don't stand on business, it's irrelevant. Everything you say or do is irrelevant.
Ferme ta gueule! Tu t'assois!
Everybody goes fast when the wind is in their back. It's not about that. It's about doing the right thing.
Ça t'apprendra à envoyer 300 € à des meufs!
Par la merde. Ferme ta gueule. Par la merde. Ferme ta gueule.
Asseyez-vous!
Je vous dis tirer maintenant.
Asseyez-vous!
Anyway, I this is just...
regarde, il avance!
Allez, c'est bon.
Viens.
Allez, c'est bon.
Viens, attache-toi. J'espère que tu vas assumer, JP. Oh, t'as intérêt de mettre une KO, je veux un KO.
Ta gueule, lui.
Qu'est-ce qu'il a, lui?
Arrête.
Il me dit pas arrête.
Arrête, fils de putain, t'es mort.
Ah, quand c'est JP, il te jette des bouteilles dans la bouche.
Il est tombé dans la lave.
Voilà.
C'est qui qui doit dans la lave? C'est à cause de lui, là.
Arrête de dire ça à cause de moi. C'est pas que ça disait trop le beau, ça c'est des trucs personnels. Que j'en choisis. Et du coup, ça, Kim il peut pas se voir sa fille en gros. Tu vois.
Ouais, bah j'ai rien à foutre.
3 cheveux, si tu chopes pas la thyroïde de la lesbienne, ta femme et ta mère se font déchirer de fou la chatte.
Ta mère.
Traduction, il te suffit pas. Rien à.
En tout cas, c'est cool. Ça me plaît.
Sorry, just dumbass donation. Guys, it's a dumbass donation. It's a dumbass dono. The French ATS is awful, and it makes it funny because it's so stupid. Well, am I supposed to not laugh? Like, dude.
Ah, bah je vais rester à droite. Toi, j'imagine que ça te fait rien. Si je te fais ça, ça te... Zoom ou zoom?
Platforming harmful content, it's not gonna have to feel that with you. I don't give a fuck what Hassan says about this shit. Okay, fucking waking up people when they're asleep shit is literally some normalized shit. It should not be. But give me. It's like the new fucking meta to do this. Oh, dude, subathon stream, but we wake him up with loud DTS, loud music, and we over and over again make them sleep deprived by putting loud noise and do a big band and fucking does the drums. Ha. Don't give me this shit. Well, this is not normalized.
Dégage, voilà, dégage. Arrête avec ça. C'est bon maintenant. Casse les couilles. Voilà, c'est toi. Si tu te fais d'interflux, c'est tout ce que tu dois faire. On va pas casser les couilles aux autres. C'est bon. T'asseoir sur moi, là, race de fils de pute, quoi. T'inquiète.
Dude, as a silver lining, I genuinely hope that this is a fucking wake-up call for all the platforms and everybody to just have a new take and have a new enforcement policy when it comes down to self-harm. It's across the board. It's not just streaming shit. YouTube, TikTok, all the reposts, the clips. This is you guys act these days. Oh, guys, this is doing it on one platform. How can you even say that one is bad and the ones aren't? When the main viewers, guys, Kick doesn't have that much discoverability these days. Okay, is what it is. It's a new platform. You think these new viewers are coming from Kick? These are Kick viewers coming to the Kick channel. People are coming from reposts, clips, Twitter shit, reposts on YouTube shit, on TikTok shit. This is the existence of this as a concept can only exist of cross-platform growth. Everybody is in the wrong. It's dog shit. Stop allowing harm across the board. Centralizing the focal point on Kick is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'll never agree with that. This is just so stupid.
Alors, tu vas dormir. Pas toi que tu parlé alors. Non, ça me fait. Aïe aïe. On ira. Regarde pas les couilles.
Vous voulez des trucs en particulier?
Pas suisse, moi, s'il te plaît.
T'as sauté sur la ligne.
Pas sauté sur la ligne, hein. J'ai sauté le premier.
Mais t'as sauté sur la ligne. Allez, vas-y.
C'est bon?
On t'a vu, encore une fois.
On t'a vu.
Je
te tape encore comme ça.
Mais ta mère, quoi? T'as encore une autre? Encore une autre?
Oh, il se bat tout, il se bat tout.
See, bro, these people are fucking awful, man. Like, bro, Jesus Christ. I hope these guys don't come back on the internet, like, ever. Dude, it's... Oh, let's slap the old guy that we always pick on, whatever. And if the guy slaps back, even a fraction of the force back, let's all jump at him and no, you're not allowed to do that. Dude, what about a bunch of fucking pussies? What about you fucking stand on nothing? This is not tough. This is a bunch of bitches.
Tu touches encore une fois.
Je te touche. T'as pris un coup de poing, c'est vrai? T'as pris un coup de poing?
J'en ai senti ce coup de poing.
Ouais, j'ai rien senti.
Tu vois, là, ils sont battus.
Ah oui, ça aussi, j'ai oublié.
Là, celui qui fait. Là, celui qui tombe, là. À chaque tombe, il se prend une claque, celui qui tombe. C'est qui fait tomber, tu vois.
Oh, t'as vu qu'ils sont battus.
Là, ils sont battus. Je te retiens.
T'as de la chance qu'il y a quelqu'un qui est pas là.
Mais tout à l'heure, elle était pas là, t'as remis 2.
T'as de la chance, il y a quelqu'un qui est pas là.
Oh man, that shit making me angry. This fucking... Yo, this fucking four-eyed fucking chopped fucking... Dude. Oh man, I'm messing some fucking wild shit.
Non, c'est démonté, frère. Allez, vas-y, refaites, vous avez le temps, les gars, allez, vas-y.
Ah, moi, je te
Entraînez-vous, allez, vas-y.
C'est bon.
2 claques. Allez.
C'est bon.
2 claques.
Ouais, c'est une claque. Moi, t'as donné une claque un peu rouge.
Non. Lui, là, il doit te
donner.
Vous êtes tombés en même temps.
Il doit te donner 2 claques.
Et toi, tu lui en mets 2.
Là, vous êtes pas tombés en même temps, là.
Okay, the concept is whoever makes them fall gets slaps. Is that the concept? They're chained together, they're playing a chain game, and whoever is the one that made them fail gets claps. Is that what I'm saying?
C'est soit. Non, tu
dois te donner 2 claques.
Look, he says.
Là, il doit te donner.
Vous êtes tombés en même temps.
Il doit te donner 2.
You both fail at the same time, so you have to slap them 2 times.
Et toi, tu lui en mets 2.
Là, vous êtes pas tombés en même temps, là.
C'est soit. Non, tu sais ce qu'on va faire, toi tu vas lui mettre une claque, coup doux, et après vous mettez une claque en même temps.
Vas-y.
Mets-lui une claque.
Attends, mais je comprends pas. Là, c'est JP tout seul qui est tombé.
C'est tombé.
Vas-y, tu mets pas de claque. Une. Voilà.
So they're not gonna slap the fucking inbred Andy?
Asseyez-vous. Mais toi, tu mets des
claques. Il s'est pas rattrapé. On va voir, appuyer sur eux, il sait pas faire.
Eh ben, saute bien.
Oh là, je peux même pas. Je peux même pas faire un
saute bien
de mal.
Saute bien.
C'est bon, ça commence à me gaber.
Saute bien.
Non, Koudou, il faut que soit toi, soit lui, il y en a un qui...
I don't get it.
On saute même.
I thought they agreed that they both get slapped. What about inbred Andy? Does he not get slapped?
Bouge pas, JP. Je veux juste voir si une meuf, elle te suce ce qu'elle voit.
Hey!
Oh, horrible. Attends, non, faut que je monte. Ah ouais.
Je suis tranquille. Je suis content
Yeah, I mean, it's been happening for fucking 2 years plus repost plus whatever. It's just awful. Like I think it's important to not be a pussy, right? Like you're not a pussy when you declare things that are unsafe and harmful. You're not a bitch ass. I think this is one of those things where like everybody's in a fucking car, right? Like speeding with no seatbelts, and nobody wants to be the guy to say, "Yo, slow the fuck down, dumb fuck," and everybody put your seatbelts on it, right? Like it's okay to be that guy that says that. I think that's the main problem of all this. Yes, these guys are the main problem, and these are like 99% of the people to blame. But everybody around that doesn't declare this shit and say, "Yo, this is just dog shit," dude. I think we need to do better. And I gotta be honest with you, every platform can do better self-harm. It's dog shit.